The Apalachee High School monster's mama has been arrested, y'all. And no, it's not what you think. What's up, y'all? As you guys already know, we have been covering this crazy, unbelievable, and tragic story that's been going on that happened at the Apalachee High School just a few weeks ago. We had an assailant by the name of Colt Gray. Let's be real. He's 14 years old. He did this unthinkable thing, unaliving 4 people, injuring several, and of course, he has now been locked up, including his daddy. But now we're hearing new stuff. His mama has been arrested as well. But the thing is Mama Marcee Gray has been arrested for things that have nothing to do with the tragedy that happened at the Apalachee High School. Hold on, let me explain. And like I said, I've said this before, okay, and I'll keep saying it. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And also, parents, okay, we need to lead by example, because let's be real. Kids are seeing how we act out here in these streets. We should be acting accordingly. Just saying that in general. The reason why I say this is so disturbing. Still, if she had any involvement with him doing this unbelievable tragedy at this high school, that's disturbing as well. But the fact that she's being arrested for this is absolutely insane to me, okay? Mom is alleged, okay? Mom is alleged of taping her own mama, the grandma, Gam, to a chair because allegedly she wanted to go and unalive her estranged husband. And the grandma said, no, I'm not going to help you with that. And so she ended up taking her phone and tying her to a chair. Let's get into this article. This is absolutely insane. And like I said, you need to lead by example, parents. These kids are watching us. These kids are looking at every single move that we make, how we handle problems, etc. You don't think that Colt Gray knew about this woman's temper? Shoot, it sounds like she's got a terrible temper and the daddy got a bad temper as well. And what do you got? Now you got Colt Gray out here doing what he did. And let's not forget giving this kid a weapon in the first doggone place. Let's just be completely funky on that. Marcee Gray was indicted Monday in Ben Hill County, Georgia, for alleged of her own mom. Okay, and her mom's name is Deborah Polhamus. Hopefully I'm saying that name correctly. In November, she was bound to a chair for 24 hours in her Fitzgerald home. Now, she was locked up, like she literally tied her up against her will for 24 whole hours. Her own mama, y'all. Colt Gray's mama's own mama. Can you believe that? That's insane. Okay, she was slapped with several charges, including exploitation and intimidation of an elderly person, false imprisonment, criminal damage to property in the second degree, and theft, the outlet said. All right, she could face up to 20 years in jail for the top charge of felony elder exploitation, which is absolutely crazy. 20 whole years because she didn't know how to act right. She didn't know how to control her emotions. Like I said, these kids are watching the parents. The parents are being watched by the kids, and the parents need to lead by example. We need to be better than this, ladies and germs. And what do you think, Colt? Where do you think Colt is learning how to handle his emotions? Where do you think he's getting the information from? Watching his 2 parents out here fighting like cats and dogs. Let's continue. So the actual event where the grandma was actually tied up for 24 hours, they say occurred November 3rd after Gray demanded that grandma accompany her as she was about to angrily confront her estranged husband, or her ex, Colin Gray. Okay, the same father that's being locked up right now, looking at a very long time in prison as well for his involvement with his son's situation and the son's involvement in this tragedy that happened at the Apalachee High School. Okay, another clueless parent as well. Let's continue on. And apparently a parent that doesn't know how to handle their emotions as well. like I said, kids are watching the parents. Let's continue. When the Gam refused to go, the Marcee, the mama, Colt's mama, taped her to a chair, stole her iPhone, and damaged a bathroom mirror and the back door of grandma's home. So Marcee became upset and told Deborah, the grandma, that she was making her go because she was going to unalive her ex. She was so mad. She was so heated that maybe she was like, I need you to be there, so you hold me back. Hold me back, because I might do something unthinkable. I might do something criminal to this man. But Deborah apparently refused to go. So Marcee was so upset about this that she threw her up against the wall, causing her to cut her left wrist. Marcee stated that since Deborah wasn't going, she was going to tie her to a chair and take her phone so she wouldn't call anyone. So instead of, I need you to hold me back, she said, in fact, you know what? F it. You ain't going to help me? I'm taking your phone so that you don't call the police on me. Deuces, right? Tied her up. Crazy. It's unclear why Marcee was trying to confront her son's father. It could be a million different things. They still, I'm sure, have a very toxic and volatile relationship. So grandma was finally discovered the next day by a friend of her daughter, Annie Brown, who lives in Florida. Annie Brown, I call her TT Brown, told police she became worried after her mother wasn't picking up the phone and asked one of her friends to go and check on her, kind of do a wellness check, welfare check. And I totally understand that as well. Grandma suffered an injured wrist and bruises from the incident, but cops said that she said to them that she didn't want to see Marcee being a felon for the rest of her life. Well, too late. Deborah explained that she the grandma agreed that Marcee needed to be punished for what she had done, but she wanted Marcee to get help for her substance addiction. Okay. Now, we already know that she has a lengthy rap sheet spanning nearly 2 decades. Like I said, she's got a rap sheet longer than my body. Okay. But she was granted a $5,700 bond from the county jail in connection with the incident. All right. And a former neighbor to the Post earlier this month said that Gray would sometimes lock Colt and his sister, out of the house at night. We already know that, even the grandfather, okay, Charles, has been claiming that, oh yeah, she never did those things, those terrible things to Colt. She never did that. It was always Colin. It was Colin Gray, the father, that did this stuff. Not my Marcee. Well, let's be real. In my personal opinion, I don't think that's the full truth. I think that Charles, the grandfather, okay, of Colt, I think he looks at his daughter like she's a doggone angel, I'm sure. But at the same time, I mean, listen, where do you think Colt is learning his behavior? Oh, let me handle this issue by grabbing a weapon and doing this unthinkable thing at this school. Oh, I got anger issues. I got whatever emotional issues I got going on with myself. Oh, let me see how my parents handle these situations. And lo and behold, parents are handling it in an unthinkable, disturbing, and unconventional, violent way, right? Instead of actually handling it like adults. Sometimes, like I've always said too, it just feels like sometimes parents need a license to parent, because these kids are out here watching us, watching every move that we make, how we handle ourselves, how we talk to other people, how we react with other people, how we handle problems that we face on. Do we run away? Do we soldier through in the most diplomatic and responsible way? Or do we just try to turn it into a dumpster fire? And like I said, you're seeing a situation where these parents of Colt are handling it in the most immature, most volatile, and most dangerous way. This is disturbing, guys. But again, I'm not really surprised. I'm not surprised at all. And I knew that they were going to get her for something. And I still wonder if she's going to get something in regards to this whole tragedy, if she's going to catch a charge for any involvement in this situation. I know that she's been out on interviews, or she was a few weeks ago, speaking out and all that, and trying to come off like she's like this perfect parent of some sort, but she's not. And let me say this, though, too. No parent is perfect. But she and Colin, that's a whole other level of imperfection. They are dangerous. And like I said, some parents just need the license to actually parent. But anyway, guys, comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Don't forget to hit that like button down below. Crush that subscribe button. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on other platforms, make sure you crush that follow button over there as well. Anyway, guys, it's time to get going. Some people just need sense just knocked right back into their heads. You know what I'm saying? Unbelievable. Anyway, guys, it's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. We'll talk soon. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.